that stuff.
Yo, here we go. Week 16, guest the lines with Michael, man. Thank you for joining me. What are we at? Like 11th? We're at like 11:40 Eastern time. So let's get this money. I'm looking forward to it. Listen, man. If someone wants to get on me about the Commanders, like this guy in the comment section, bro, you need to get a life and you need to understand what this is. I cannot predict that. I watched every single play of that game. Do I know how that transpired? I still don't know. I watched every play. So I do not feel any guilt and I'm not going to cry about it. Like, what cope is it? The Tampa Bay pick was excellent. I'm very happy with that. I'm very happy with the Browns pick. As for your Panthers, yeah, man, let's just start with the Commanders game. Yeah. Listen, that was set up to be a Commanders blowout win. And
it was. Mm-hmm. It 100% was. And I felt there was a point in time where it was like we were going to cover that, no problem. And I did not watch this game in full. The Saints did bench Hainer for Rattler, right?
Yeah. Rattler came in first drive of the second half.
Okay, and yeah, that's probably what changed momentum and got the Saints back in it.
Yeah, man. So that was definitely interesting, man. And I looked at it and pretty much it came down to a Greg Joseph 54-yard field goal after the Commanders gave away field position. So yeah, man. So that's pretty much what that game came down to. And I'm not sure how the Commanders didn't put it away. That was kind of shocking. As for the Pittsburgh Eagles game, yeah, I didn't bet that game. I didn't want anyone betting that. I did you watch any of that game?
I did, and it really looked like the Steelers were going to have a chance to get back in it going into halftime. But after the half, it was all Eagles. Like, I mean, they dominated throughout. It wasn't A.J. Brown finally got going. Good day if you're an Eagles fan, I think.
Yeah, and about that Bills-Lions game, man, I pretty much what I said. Like, the Lions are just down too many defenders to be competitive with any really good offense.
I did not expect it to be that bad. And I think on the negative side of this for the Bills, you really have to start to worry about that defense. Because this was a playoff caliber team they faced today, no doubt about it, and they looked bad for the second week in a row. So if you're a Bills fan, I'm worried about your defense.
Yeah, and there's not much you can do about it. And like either of these teams, there's not much you can do about it. And I do wonder if the Lions peaked early. And maybe the injuries are helping me look right on that. But I do wonder if the Lions have peaked early. Like that's where I'm at.
I mean, I'm willing to be patient and wait it out. Josh Allen's on a hot streak right now. When he's going, it's very hard to stop him. So I'm not going to panic over this. But yeah, it definitely, I think Detroit getting that first round bye is definitely going to be key for them to get back as many defensive guys as possible, I think. For the Bills, this is the second week in a row we've seen their defense just get slaughtered, kind of like I said. I think the good news for you, though, is that you're not going to see Stafford or an offense like the Rams or an offense like the Lions in the playoffs, at least early. So I think that's the bright spot you can take away. But yeah, definitely a crazy game. Dan Campbell had a very controversial decision this one, where he kicked an onside kick. Yeah, I'm not sure how you felt about that. It was a little too gutsy for my taste, but
I think it was a little bit too gutsy. Once you get down to 2 scores to Josh Allen when your defense isn't getting stops, I'm not going to nitpick, but I felt like that was overly desperate, man. I don't know about you.
I hate the new rule, how you have to announce the onside kick. I don't know why we did that.
I know it's not even like a player safety thing. Like you saw the last onside kick, like it's still dangerous. If that was I think it was like Teron Johnson who recovered it. Like the kicker kind of even crushed him. So
the kicker killed him.
Yo, man,
I love that someone on Detroit was like, "Hey, we're gonna put all our faith in our kicker to recover this ball and lay out the returner."
Yeah, there. I like that. That's probably the best onside kick with the new rules. I don't know if you've seen any other ones that worked, but I think that's the best onside kick you can do. Or
Yeah,
you just try to hit someone in the head and have it ricochet back to you.
yeah. I just
So
I hate the onside kick, especially now, because in order to recover it, you pretty much have to have the receiving team make a mistake, and I don't think that's fair. You know, like in terms of what the point is for the onside kick.
But bro, maybe the Vikings can steal that division from the Lions. But just to get back to a point you made with the Bills, they're not going to get against too many elite offenses. Like, listen, the Chiefs, we've been saying all year that's an average offense. That might even mean be us like giving too much
Mm-hmm.
praise. Chargers, that's why I said Tampa -5. I'm not beating my chest because obviously this week was insane. It's because it's an average offense, even with Herbert playing really well. And in the AFC, I'm trying to think of the other teams, but there's no elite offense.
No, there's not. I mean, it's a lot of average to good offenses complemented by good defenses. I feel like in the AFC, whereas in the NFC, I think the NFC has been far and away the better conference this year. In terms of play, like every one of those offenses in the NFC is fairly loaded and can score 30 on every single Sunday.
Pretty much. And yeah, man. And about the Seahawks Packers game tonight.
Oh boy.
It didn't really answer any of my questions about the Packers. We knew Josh Jacobs was good, and we knew the Packers had good drives when they're running the ball well. But if you're able to stop their run or even like limit it, I still have questions about their offense. And then
Mhm.
for the Seahawks, man, that's about as bad as it gets. That was a
Yeah,
bad performance.
tough blow losing Geno Smith. I will say I want to give a shout out to the Seahawks defense for hanging in there as long as they did. The Seahawks defense was more than ready and more ready to go make that comeback. But Geno
Yeah,
Smith being out just pretty much killed that cause. Sam Howell was horrible in this game.
he,
He only threw the one pick. He only threw that one interception, but man, he wanted to throw so much more. He was terrible in this game.
even with all the checkdowns,
Oh yeah,
he was terrible, man.
yeah, it was a bad game.
So, but yeah, man, and Tampa Bay was brilliant today. Like I stand by my point. That's a top 5 offense. Mike Evans was brilliant. Baker was brilliant, and all the things went against them. And the same
Yep.
thing that went against the Packers, against your Panthers in the first half, went against the Buccaneers. But they had the offense to dig out. Let's just get to the Panthers real quick.
Yeah, let's rip this Band-Aid off.
Yeah, man. I'm sure you can explain it better than me, but the way the game started was how I thought it would go. Like I said, like Cooper Rush isn't going to spend any time in the pocket. Like everything's coming out really quick. So Panthers get that first long drive where Bryce Young fumbles. Like I sent the message to you, I wasn't really worried. I was fine with it. And then after that, it just spiraled out of control. And then also, for like you already warned me about it before, Canales getting away from the run, but I was shocked how much he got away from the run, and it just made the offensive line and Bryce Young look bad. That's what it came down to. He's just gonna, yeah.
I will give props to Dallas.
Yeah, they played good.
Yeah, they played very well in this game. Carolina's offensive line is one of the better and more underrated offensive lines in the league, and Dallas's front seven just completely kicked their ass from the start of the game. So props to Dallas's defenses for that. On the other side of the ball, let me back up. I thought the Cowboys' game plan for the Panthers was excellent. I thought they did exactly what they needed to do. No team has seemed to figure out that the real weakness of this Panthers team is their run defense. Like, it's really bad. And Dallas was really the first team to just completely expose that. It felt like every run went for at least 3-4 yards in this game. If you're a if you're a Cowboys fan or just an NFL fan who wants to hate on Mike McCarthy and see him fired, I think this game is going to go into the case for why he deserves another shot at this.
Well, but who's Jerry gonna hire? Like that's what's
Right.
even scarier about it, because obviously it's not, no one's gonna come there if they have choices.
Yeah, and on the other side, this this game was so frustrating, man, for a number of reasons. One, this game went on for freaking ever. Like this game would not end. 22 accepted penalties in this game. Carolina was trying to stat pad for what seemed like forever and just couldn't get anything going. Like it was not a fun game to watch. I thought the game plans or the coaching on both sides of the ball for the Panthers was awful. I'm not sure if you saw, but we had a few blitz packages that left one of our safeties one-on-one with CeeDee Lamb for multiple third downs.
No,
And I don't know.
I saw it on the touchdown.
Yeah, and listen, I'm no NFL coordinator, but I don't know how you watch the Cowboys offense and come to the conclusion that that is a good idea.
That's the only one they throw the ball to.
Right, and you're leaving your safety on him, Jordan Fuller, who's not even good. Like, I don't know what the thinking was behind that.
Then Xavier Woods hits him one time. He hits him with his shoulder and arm, and then it gets a 15-yard penalty.
Then
I thought we had life when we got that 80-yard touchdown with Coker. Coker looked good, but other than that, man.
Dallas, I will say Dallas had about the most unfortunate ending to a half I think I've ever seen. For those of you that didn't watch, they got the ball into the red zone, got to like Carolina's 15-yard line and fumbled. Just had and they're up 10-0 at this point, so they fumble up 10-0 in the red zone. Panthers recover. 40 seconds left in the half, and the very next play is like an 80-yard touchdown from Bryce Young. So yeah, was not the best way to end the half for Dallas, but in the third quarter, they just completely kicked the Panthers' ass in. I felt like where the coaching advantage really started to show for Dallas was after halftime, because that's when they completely committed to the run. Dave Canales got very pass happy, and their defense was more than ready to just tee off on Bryce Young. Receivers did not get open the entire game for the Panthers. It was not a good performance on their part. All in all, just total ass kicking from Dallas from like the second right after halftime. And yeah, it was not a great day to be a Panthers fan.
Well, another young quarterback, Anthony Richardson was terrible, by the way. I don't want to dwell too much on it. Let's get to the spreads, but Anthony Richardson was a gift that kept giving.
Yes, he was.
Because I don't even know if I was on the right side with Denver on that game.
There was a point in time where it looked like they were going to get up big early on, but they just
Taylor dropped that ball going into
They had that game there for the taking.
So I mean, I don't even know if I was on the right side in that one.
Yeah,
so we survived. Let's get to the spreads. Like that Bills-Lions game was awesome, though.
Yes, it was. Okay, so first game we got of next week, Texans and Chiefs on Thursday night. And we haven't talked about the Mahomes injury yet.
Oh yeah, it looked pretty serious, but he's gonna play, right?
So here's the thing. It's on Thursday, and the Chiefs are saying it's week to week.
Yeah.
Do you really want to risk Mahomes on a short week?
He's going to play. We've seen him have worse. But
I
want it, but I think Andy Reid's going to try to hold him out.
I think they should hold him out.
Someone's saying Chargers-Broncos is Thursday.
No, Chargers-Broncos. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm wrong. Yeah, thank you, whoever called that. I'm reading this wrong. Chargers-Broncos is on Thursday. My bad, guys.
Okay. Chargers.
It's late.
All right, let's get to Chargers-Broncos first. Thank you, Specs. Chargers at Broncos. Okay, so Chargers are going to be home. So because the first game was in Denver. Okay,
yes.
So Broncos at Chargers. Give me Chargers -3.5.
Right on the dot. Yep.
Yeah, I didn't even know that game was coming. I would have to go Chargers in this. They look bad today, but here's one thing we need to talk about in the Chargers game that transpired today. It was 40-17. And Herbert, like I told you going into the game, he's going to take a lot of hits. These guys don't create separation. Bulls blitzes, like you said it on the show, like fucking 51, 48% of the time, whatever whatever you want to say about how much he blitzes. So we saw a steady diet of blitzes, a steady diet of Herbert getting hit, and a steady diet of putrid offense from the Chargers. Yet Harbaugh leaves him in there to take more hits and get his ankle spinned again. But I'm going Chargers to win in the cover. Bo Nix finally did what I've been waiting for him to do the whole year. He was also horrendous.
Oh, yeah, he was bad.
So do you got anything to offer for that game? Because when you look at it, like Denver's defense line was the difference in that Colts game. That ended up,
that's kind of where I'm leading with this. I understand I'm going to take the quarterbacks out of this for a second. I really like Denver as a team against LA as a team. For one, I cannot bet these Chargers wide receivers. I've had it. I can't do it. Like, these guys piss me off every single time I watch them. Even going back to the Falcons game where they won, they were horrible. They were terrible against the Chiefs, and they were not great again today. They should have, or they will have allowed McConkey for this game. But honestly, I'm leaning Denver. The Chargers just look like an offense that is regressing more and more by the week, and I have trouble trusting them at this point. Denver has came through these last few weeks for us. Short week, Herbert's not 100%. I think I'm going to go Denver.
Yeah, I know it makes sense with the hook. I think that hook's going to be back down. I think when I pick it on Tuesday, it's going to be Chargers -3, and then you got your.
Well, it's already Chargers -3.
Okay, so move from the 3.5.
Yeah, I understand. I understand Bo Nix against that Chargers defense is a problem, but I just think the Broncos have more playmakers on both sides of the ball, and I trust Sean Payton more in this situation, I think.
And maybe more offensive creativity than
right, yeah.
Okay, next game.
All right, next one is Texans at Chiefs at 1 p.m. on Sunday. Thank you to whoever caught me.
So let me do this two ways. Let's say Mahomes is gonna play. I would say Texans +3 if Mahomes is gonna play. If they think Mahomes isn't gonna play, I'm going Texans -3. I think that's a full 6 points for Mahomes.
Well, currently it's Texans -2.5. So I assume they're thinking that Mahomes isn't gonna play.
I would have to go Texans here. Now, answer a lot of my questions today, no, but at least their defense played well. And I think getting 4 turnovers off Tua is a rather big feat because he doesn't turn over. So I'd have to go Texans there. Oh, what time do those games start on Saturday, chat? Let me know.
This is on 1 p.m. on Saturday.
Okay, that's
I think I said Sunday. It's a Saturday.
Yeah, I might have to go live, man.
Yeah.
That's a good game.
It will be a good game.
And
I'm curious to. I mean, it's tough. You just don't know how the Chiefs are going to look without Mahomes.
Dude, they're going to look bad. If I know we're not going to get Mahomes and he's not going to run in there and just Iron Man the bat, I would put the bet in right now. I just know he's someone who's not going to be held out, even if he's like 60%. So
the other thing too to consider here is I trust Andy Reid with a backup experienced quarterback like Carson Wentz. I don't know how you feel about it, but I could see him scripting something up and Carson Wentz having a good game.
Carson Wentz isn't the worst option. We've seen him win games. We've seen him ice playoff games with Chad Henne. Okay.
Yeah.
Chad Henne running bootlegs.
So I don't think it's crazy. Next game at 4:30 on Saturday, we have Steelers at Ravens. I am shocked by the spread.
Ravens -4.
It is currently Ravens -6.5.
Wow.
And this is on Hard Rock Bet. Wow. So I know a lot of y'all bet on Hard Rock, so this is what it says right now.
I even with me having the 2-point discrepancy, I'm not betting Steelers to cover.
Really? Oh, was there an injury? Was there an injury today that I'm not thinking about?
I'm trying to think.
Maybe they're thinking George
ankle, but it's a low ankle. It's not a high ankle sprain. So
I'm not gonna lie, and I don't have a lot of science here, but I really like the Steelers to cover this.
I don't blame you, dude. It's not going to close at +6.5. That's getting batted down. I just don't know if.
I'm sure it is. But even if it goes down to like +5, I think I'll still take the Steelers.
Yeah, I don't want to be the person to bet it down, though. You can.
Steelers, listen, you can look at the like historical trends of Steelers Ravens the last few years. Steelers have kind of owned this rivalry. And they seem to always have an answer to prevent Lamar Jackson from going off on them. I don't want to say they controlled the first game, but they squeaked it out. They kept it in range. I thought it was a lucky but decent performance out of them. So I will take Steelers if that goes down to +5.
Fair enough. Next game.
All right, Browns at Bengals.
Browns at Bengals. Bengals -4.
It is Bengals -7.
Wow.
It is
I will
in
go Browns.
It is in Cincinnati, so maybe that's the reasoning behind it.
Yeah. I would go Browns to cover there. It's just, do I want to bet the Browns? Not really, no.
Yeah, not with the way Jameis is playing at the moment.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's one you can bet, to be honest.
No, man, you can't bet that. Like even the Cincy -5, like I wanted to bet it all week, but it was just too much of a sweater for me to get involved in.
Well, my thing is you just never know what you're gonna get at Jameis Winston.
Yeah, and then Jameis got benched, and then you worry about him if he doesn't play. Like if we get Jameis Winston, yeah, fine, okay, great. But then, like, I'm not worried about Chubb breaking his foot. Chubb has been a non-factor, and they can't run block at all. They can't really pass block at all. But you at least need Jameis Winston in there to have a little bit of life.
Yeah, and Myles Garrett's hurt too now, so
wow,
it's tough. But I will say, if they start Jameis and Jameis goes off, they could very easily cover that.
Oh, bro, that Cincy defense is bad.
Oh yeah. They allowed 27 to Tennessee today, so yeah, they're a pretty bad unit.
Yeah, even though like the last one that was a garbage touchdown, it just showed just how bad that defense
was.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
All right, next game.
All right, Cardinals at Panthers at 1 p.m.
Cardinals at Panthers. I would go Cardinals -6.
It is Cardinals -4.
I'm
kind of. What was that?
I got to bet Cardinals there. I'm thinking about it. Although I wasn't too impressed with some of the stuff I saw from the Cardinals today. I did watch quite a bit of the Patriots-Cardinals.
Right.
As crazy as that sounds.
I think I would agree with you, but it's tough to know what we're going to get out of the Panthers. I mean, are they going to play like the team that took Kansas City and Philadelphia down to the wire? Or are they going to play like the team they were today that was 1-7 to start the year? So
exactly,
it's a tough bet.
And also,
I would lean Cardinals.
Yeah, I would lean Cardinals, but Cardinals are so topsy-turvy on the road.
Oh yeah,
it's a struggle session with them. And I saw it was 40 degrees in Carolina today. If that gets down to like 32, man, you worry about them.
Right.
All right, next game.
Eagles at Commanders.
I would go Eagles -5.
It is Eagles -3.5, and this is in Washington.
I would probably have to bet the Eagles. I think that's a money pick.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because listen, man, we're starting to get to the Cliff Kingsbury time where he clenches up, and I think that is a possibility. And I also think the Eagles are going to run it on them. And
agreed. And they're not slowing down.
No, man. Like I think the Eagles are going to go hard this game. I think they're going to go full send. So now,
and if they win this, they should clinch the NFC East, unless they've clinched it already.
Yeah, and then like also Hurts playing good today. I felt like that was one of the big stories of the Steelers game. Like I felt like that was the main thing I would want to focus on is Hurts playing good football, and we saw him do it.
So. Excellent start to that game too, and that's always a big concern for the Eagles.
Yeah, and Commanders always have a good scripted offense, so you don't want to get behind them. You saw them got behind the Commanders last time.
Yeah.
You do wonder if the Commanders are running out of steam. They still got the win against the Saints, so like I know we're overreacting because the spread, obviously, but I do think the spread is a huge factor in why I'm going Eagles in this game. I think they could get blown away, actually.
Oh, it's an Eagles -4 now. So get that one in quick, guys.
Yeah, that one's going. That one's going.
Yeah. All right, next one we Giants at Falcons. And I will tell you, this spread just goes to show how bad the Giants are.
Falcons -7.5.
It is Falcons -10.
Wow.
I don't think the Falcons have business laying 10 points to any team in the
they don't
NFL,
have business.
but the Giants are just that bad.
No, they're really bad. I didn't see any of that game today, so I can't comment on it.
God forbid anyone who did.
Yeah, it's just absolutely something I don't want to bet. Maybe if it works down and we see a good Atlanta performance, we could do it. It just, here's the concern about Atlanta covering this, and I know we should probably get to the next game. But my concern with Atlanta this whole year is everything's underneath. You know what I'm saying? There's no explosive plays, and they're going to just drive. They're going to run it on the Giants, but you see the Falcons in the red zone, and they can get 20-20. They can put up fucking 580 yards. They've done it before. Yeah. It's just where the point's going to come from.
I just don't know. I feel like the Giants are a non-functioning entity at this point, as you would say.
I think so.
And that's why you gotta kind of roll with Atlanta there. As sad as this. But like you said, I need to see what, and this goes with the next game too, but I need to see what this team does tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Because if they lose to the Raiders, this is a different conversation.
It's way different.
Yeah.
That's how big the Raiders game is. Like, I don't like doing the 1 game sample size stuff. Like, I think that sucks. Like, and we don't want to do that with like the Panthers-Cardinals because that's how you lose money. But yeah. So all right, next game.
All right. Next game we got Lions at Bears. And that's why I said I need to see what the Bears look like tomorrow night before we go and make a pick on this.
They're gonna have like the Lions like 9.5, right?
It's only Lions -7 right now.
Okay.
And my guess is that's just out of respect for how good of a home field Soldier Field has been. But I'll tell you right now, if Chicago comes out and plays like they did last week against the Niners and just look completely lost, that Lions -7 is a money pick.
Yeah, I think it's a money pick, and I'm concerned about Chicago's defense. I'm concerned about their secondary. I've been concerned about their front seven the whole damn year. So, and also now 3 more starters got hurt for the Detroit Lions. But if there's ever a team where you can be shorthanded on defense, can't you get away with it against the Bears, especially if you can put up 35 to 45 points in any given game?
Agreed.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. This is going to move up to like -9.5, -10 by the time we do the Tuesday video.
Yeah, I think my 9.5 guess was probably right.
Yeah, that's going to look good on Tuesday.
Yeah.
But as of right now, it's -7.
Yeah, and when it gets up like to like 9.5, 10, you almost don't want to do it, but you kind of have to just with how explosive this Lions offense is. No one's getting hurt on the offense. Like I know Decker had an injury, but no one's getting hurt. It's just a shame, man, if this Lions dream ends this way due to injuries.
I don't think
Go on.
I don't think it. I think they'll be okay. I think they just need a few weeks to get their stuff together and get this first round bye, and they'll be all right.
But you remember when we were talking about before the Eagles started peaking, because we were both high on the Eagles earlier in the year. Like this was like week 6, week 7. Maybe it was like the week the Panthers were going to fucking Germany.
That the Lions had blown their...
Remember we were saying the only one who can fuck with the Lions is the Eagles?
Yeah.
I'm starting to think maybe Packers and Vikings could take them down the way this defense is looking.
But here's the deal. There aren't many teams that are capable of putting up 40 on any given Sunday. And I feel like for most of these games, I feel like that's potentially what it could take. Like
No,
you're gonna have
I
to put up.
agree,
I
but
feel like even for like the Vikings, you're gonna have to put up 30, 31, 34 to beat Detroit. Like I just feel that good about their offense right now and the way they're playing. I don't have faith in any defense in the NFC to even remotely slow them down. Maybe Philadelphia. Philadelphia, I think, could do it, but I don't have faith in either the Packers or Vikings defense to put this Lions offense under 30
got you.
in a
Yeah,
do or die situation. That is,
yeah, man. It's
but
just
that might be a little bit of a hot take, but that's just how I feel at the moment.
yeah, man. And one dude on Patreon's going crazy on me. Dude's insane.
Yeah,
Jesus, I
it
didn't
it
even.
was a rough week. Like it happens.
Yeah, man. I like it, and like, man, like it's just like that's why, like, man. Anyways, next game. Yeah, man.
All
And
right.
people are saying I saved the season. I've been good this year, man. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
it's just
it was a
crazy.
bad week. It happens.
This
It was a
one
tough
guy's
spread.
going crazy, man. Like,
Yeah.
holy cow. God, like I almost like don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's not fun when you have a bad week.
yeah, man. It's just not fun, man. It's just like it's not fun. Like the $5 price point's like not even worth it anymore. Like it's just not worth it, man.
Especially when your team covers, or when you think your team should cover.
Yeah, it's just like not worth it, man. Like it's like you bet a good team. It's like yeah, man. Anyways, all right, next.
Yeah, we'll talk about this later.
One guy's going crazy.
Yeah. All right, Patriots at Bills.
Patriots plus 10.5, 11.5, right?
It is Patriots plus 14.
Wow. I think Patriots cover that, but
I think if they do, it's like a petty cover. It's not like you actually earned it cover.
yeah, man. So
I will say, Patriots, I think, were like 8 or 10-point underdogs last year. Walked in, and this was in New England, I'm pretty sure, but came out and beat the Bills when no one thought they would. So, I mean, that just goes to show this is a divisional game. Never know what's going to happen. Obviously, that Patriots team still had Bill Belichick. But I mean, it's a division game. It's not impossible.
exactly.
But okay, I think you're gonna like this next one. We got Rams at Jets.
Rams -4.
It is Rams -3, and I love
We got
it.
to bet it now.
Bet it right now.
Rams -3, bet it now.
Yeah, Rams are like 7-2 over the last couple of games. Jets have beaten 2 bad teams in a row, and they think and Vegas thinks they're all that.
Yeah, I'm putting it on there. Yeah. I'm putting it on there right now. Let me just put it on there.
And that's on Hard Rock. Someone in the chat, if you have a betting site up and that's different, please let me know.
Yeah, because I'm curious because they're active in the chat tonight. So let me.
Yeah, but on Hard Rock, it's currently at. I'm gonna lose this before I get a chance to bet it. But on Hard Rock right now, it is Rams -3.
Sounds good. Sounds good, man. All right, yeah, let's get it.
I don't want to make anyone skeptical, but does how well the Jets offense is currently playing scare you at all?
It does scare me a little bit, but I also watched the end of the Jets game, and it's the same Jets, man. It was really bad game management. And listen, when you're getting against the Jets, it's obviously dangerous because this is an offensive league. And even though I like the trend of the Rams defense, we know that there's no dominant players. Like there's no Aaron Donald.
Right.
Like we're relying on about pretty good players like Fisk and Jared Verse, and we're relying on 4 pretty damn good defensive linemen instead of 2 elite guys, which is always a little bit dangerous. But I also feel like the Jets coaching could give us that. So
I agree.
Rams is -3 on bet now and other ones. So we're getting that.
I'm with you. And I will say, Rams pretty much, if Geno Smith is out for an extended period of time, Rams are the favorites in this division fairly easily. They took the lead tonight with Seattle losing, and this division is theirs to lose, the way I look at it.
Got you, man. Yeah. So here we go, man.
All right.
So let's get
Next,
to the next one.
we got Titans at Colts.
Titans at Colts. Okay. Colts minus 4.5.
Right on the money.
Yeah, I would probably have to go the Colts there.
Mhm.
We're hearing maybe Mason Rudolph coming back.
Yeah, Levis was bad. Levis was really. I mean, he had a stretch where he looks like a good quarterback for a couple weeks there, but man, he has been bad these last few.
It's not. Yeah. Man, it's not much to say about it.
Yeah, that. I mean, honestly, I don't want to bet that either way, but like, I'm with you on the Colts winning cover.
Yeah, I think I might have to bet the Colts because the slate isn't looking delightful. But sometimes they're their best slates.
Well, I like this next one. 49ers at Dolphins.
Dolphins minus 3.5.
It's Dolphins minus 2.5.
Dolphins winning the cover, money pick.
Yeah, but again, this is so I'm sure we're gonna get a million comments in the chat after this game or after the stream. Tomorrow at 8 a.m. or whatever when all these spreads have moved. This is being filmed at 12:15 on Monday night, so all these are very skeptical to change.
Yeah, the Dolphins has to listen, man, because firstly, 49ers are done. I felt like that.
Yeah, like
the Bears week.
Vegas has consistently overrated the 49ers this whole year, and I don't understand it.
And also, like, the defense just isn't good. Like, you do worry about, okay, if Bosa plays, that's going to be a problem. But also, Tua getting the ball out of his hand quick. Miami, maybe that game.
Like, schematically, it's at 1 p.m.
Okay, yeah.
No, wait, I think I lied. Hang on, let me double check. Yeah. The way this is lined up, I really hate on hardrockbet.com. Okay, no, it's at 4:25.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but still, I mean, I like the Dolphins there.
Yeah, so but yeah, man. So let's go with that.
All right. Next game we got Jaguars at Raiders.
Jaguars at Raiders. Jags plus 2.5. No, Jags plus 3.5.
It is Raiders minus 1.
Raiders minus 1.
This is one I need to see what the Raiders look like tomorrow night before I go and pick a side.
I would probably go we can't. I would lean Raiders in this, although Mac Jones did play pretty good.
Yeah, Mac Jones, I mean,
he can't stop anyone. I would go Raiders.
Well, Raiders defense can't stop anyone either. I mean, Mac Jones, he had 2 bad interceptions, but it was a proficient day from him other than that.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at, man.
I'll take it. And then not final game. Next game is Buccaneers at Cowboys.
Buccaneers at Cowboys.
This spread is kind of surprising to me.
Okay, I would go Buccaneers minus 4.
Yeah, it's Buccaneers minus 4. I love the Bucs there.
Yeah, man. I love the Bucs. I would bet the Bucs.
I'm with you. And then we do not. Can someone in the chat call me out if I'm wrong? But I don't see a Monday night game listed here. So do we not have a Monday night game this week?
Yeah, like that's what's weird.
Is it because it's Christmas week? Like, we're gonna not have a game on Monday night and then have teams playing on Christmas Day. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, like maybe that's what we're doing. Oh, dude, someone's playing. Anyways, I gotta talk to you afterwards. All right, next game.
Well, that's it. If we don't Monday Night Football, that's it.
So they're saying Saints-Packers is Monday Night Football.
Okay, Saints-Packers. Let's just go with that.
So Saints.
Why is this not showing it? I don't know.
I know why isn't it not showing? So Saints at Packers.
What the hell?
So okay, if Saints are at Packers, it's going to be Packers minus 6.5.
Well, there's no spread showing, so I couldn't tell you.
People are saying Packers minus 3. No way, man. No way, Dominique.
No, it can't be that.
Yeah, no, yeah. And yes, we will be slinging player props this week, but no way, man. Yeah, it has to be like I'm with Spax. It has to be between -6.5 and -8, right?
Where's the game?
It has to be in Green Bay, right? Like they're telling me it's in Green Bay.
I don't know
Some
why
people
Hard
say
Rock is not
12.5.
showing this.
Yeah, because it makes sense why there's
Yeah.
no line. Other people aren't seeing lines.
Okay, it's in Green Bay. I found the game.
Okay.
I don't have the spread, but I found the game.
Okay.
So I guess Hard Rock doesn't let you see games after a certain date out during the season, but that's weird.
Yeah, Dre James is saying it's -12.5 on FanDuel.
-12.5? Good God.
Wow.
Saints, I mean, give me Saints to cover there.
If you're giving up 12.5?
Yeah, that's. Do we really think the Packers are that good? Saints have been competitive since they fired Dennis Allen.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Yeah, and but yeah, man. But yeah, so we went through all the games, man. We went through all the games. So I think the definitive picks are Rams -3, Dolphins.
I know those are the two big ones.
I'm putting one of them in. I put one of them in on Patreon. The other one, I'll wait. I don't want to jump on it for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But I'll let everyone know on Patreon. So, any last words with this week, Mike?
No, I'm good. I mean, definitely a crazy week for sure, but I'm sure we'll be better next week.
Got you. And what's up, Campbell? What's up, Spax? What's up, Danks?
We can stay back and answer some questions if you want.
Yeah. What's up, Angeline? What's up, Caesar? Yeah, like what and like with the Packers at 12.5, Mike, you gotta think.
I'm not betting Packers with a 12-point spread.
It's tough.
Even they should have even tonight, like they had Seattle dead to right, and they kept them around in that game for far longer than they needed to.
I agree, man. And
this isn't the first time LaFleur's done something like this. Like I like Matt LaFleur. He's a good coach, has some of the best play designs you'll see, but he'll have games like this where he keeps teams around.
It's a low percentage offense. Let's be honest about it. It's a low percentage offense.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, so
but it's definitely a tough game to pick, though.
Yeah, so I'm with that, and like I think another one that was tough was the Cardinals-Panthers. How you judge that? And who the fuck are the Vikings playing? Because I don't look at the games intentionally.
Let me see.
I want to see if we got a Vikings game coming.
Yeah, I know there's so all teams are done with their bye, so everyone's playing. If I didn't say the game, it's just because it wasn't on page or it wasn't on Hard Rock. But let me pull that up real quick.
Yeah, let's see who they're playing.
So, all right, it's gonna be Vikings at Seahawks. And if there's any other games I missed, please let me know in the chat.
Yeah, because Hard Rock, which makes sense because we just got done with the Packers game. Like I'm not gonna get on Hard Rock for that. So Vikings are playing at the Seahawks. Give me Vikings.
Yeah, and again, I don't have a spread for this, so we're just guessing.
So they're probably going to go Vikings -2.5, kind of similar to what they did with Green Bay.
No, I think it'll be way more if Gino's out. I think they're gonna, and with how bad Sam Howell was tonight, I think they might go Vikings -5.5.
Gino's got to play though, right, Mike?
No. I mean, the way they were talking about his knee injury and the way he was walking, that did not look like a one-night injury.
Well, I did see him go back to the bench.
He went back to the bench, but he had a heating pad on. He went out there for moral support. He didn't go out there to play.
Dream says it's Vikings -4.5. I'm assuming.
Okay, yeah.
From FanDuel. So you were
right. Give me the Vikings to win and cover there.
If it's Sam Howell, Vikings have to win that.
Mm-hmm. No, 100%. They're going to blitz the hell out of him, and Sam Howell's not going to know what to do.
Some people are saying Vikings 2.5. I just think it comes down to who the book thinks gonna play. Like if Geno's playing, like I think Vikings 2.5, same as like the Packers one. Like because listen, like you could say the Vikings are better than the Packers, the Packers are better than the Vikings, right? Like you can make any argument either way. I'm open to both. But you certainly would say they're on the same level.
Right. And can I say something about the Seahawks game tonight? You want to know what really shocked me? How Packers fans just took that stadium over. I did not see that coming whatsoever.
About the 12th man, right? And we always hear about how tough that stadium is. That stadium hasn't been tough in like 8 years.
Yeah, the 12th man is dead.
Like, Mike, like it's not like a tough place to go play. Like, it's just Miami at 1:00. It's tougher. Like, I know it's like not cold. I know it's not like aerodynamic, so the noise stays in. But yeah, like Seattle fans like hype themselves up an awful lot.
Well, yeah, and that Miami, listen, I don't know what Miami does with like the sun beaming on the opponent's sideline. I don't know how that thing is legal. Because that is like that screws with you.
Yeah, no.
And that's a legitimate competitive advantage.
Yeah. And so what are the Saturday games again, if you could dig that up?
Yeah, let me get to that.
Okay, so they're saying it open at 2.5. It's 4.5 now. But Angela, is it Love going easy, or is that how he performs every single game?
Because I thought Jordan Love was pretty good tonight.
Yeah, it was one of his better performances, but that's kind of what we get out of Love.
Yeah, up and down.
Yeah.
Okay, so Saturday games, we have Texans-Chiefs and Steelers-Ravens.
And we don't have a third one like the last year? Oh.
There's not a third one showing right now.
Because they're doing the college football at night, right?
Oh, that's probably it, yeah.
Yeah, but some of those games are going to be going head-to-head against college football, right, chat? Or
I would imagine so.
Yeah, it has to. It has to.
Yeah, I don't see a night game on there right now. And again, if I missed a game, please let me know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. It's wild.
I really like the Steelers with that 6.5. That 6.5 is calling me.
Don't you? But yeah, you kind of think the Steelers are better than me, though.
I mean, I do, but like still in a division, like listen, I don't want to say I don't care who they're playing, but in a division game with Mike Tomlin and against a team he's very familiar with and has experience shutting down, I will ride or die for 6.5 point spread every time.
Yeah, and I do wonder. I do think the Steelers had some bad coaching today. And normally, like a good coach like Tomlin's not going to have 2 bad outings in a row. Maybe that's me being harsh. Although the flea flicker play Arthur Smith called was absolutely brilliant when they got that. But yeah, man, I'm more curious to see the ratings. If NFL goes head-to-head against college, what it's going to be. Because NFL is actually sending their best with those 1 and 4 o'clock games.
Yes. Well, you know why so Steelers and Chiefs are playing on Christmas, and Texans and Ravens are playing on Christmas as well. So that's why both these games are on a Saturday afternoon.
NFL really, really hammering NBA with the Christmas games, man.
And thank God, I'm all for it.
Yeah, no, I'm all for it too, Mike. Did you ever like NBA?
No, I'm not an NBA guy.
No, I
don't know if you noticed, but when y'all were talking about NBA on the podcast the other day, I was just sitting there quiet, minding my own business.
Got you. Yeah, that's how I am with NBA. Like, I wish I could bet it, man. It would be good for the channel. It's just I can't.
Yeah, you don't know it.
I can't watch it, man.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
All right, Mike. All right. Make sure guys hit the like button. Make sure you share the videos. Hit the like button. Thank you for joining me, Mike.
Thank you for having me, man. Have a good night.
Got you. Yeah, and Spec says NBA's been horrible, so I'm not missing on it.
Oh, good to know.
All right. See you guys. Thank you, Mike.
Yep.